This Ask Me Anything is brought to you by Peanut Butter Sandwiches. That's good. Alright everybody, my name is Murphy and welcome back to Black Beanie Gaming for another Ask Me Anything video. Questions that you either asked in the Discord server, on subreddit, or in the comments below the last Ask Me Anything video. Before we get started though, please check out the links in the video description down below to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and Discord, and to figure out how to become a YouTube member or a Patreon supporter. Thank you. Let's start off with some comments below the last Ask Me Anything video, shall we? Aiden Gaming asks, can you do some Las Vegas building tutorials, please? I am building Las Vegas in Minecraft. I pretty much got the tutorials planned out for the next several years at this point because of how long it takes to make these things. So maybe not anything from Las Vegas anytime soon, but I could do a stream or we could do a build-off themed around Las Vegas sometime soon. You never know, so keep an eye out for that. Kalissa asks, where are you from? City and state, and what is your best in-stream building? I think the best thing I've ever built on stream was probably Grand Central Station and the MetLife building. That was a lot of fun. The level of detail in that I think is the best thing that I've done on stream, and it also had the most new viewer engagement. I feel like most of the people that are still really active in the channel right now checked out the channel for the first time during that stream series, so that was a lot of fun. And I am from a town called Bear, Delaware. Brittany Smalls responding to one of my answers regarding roller coasters from the last video. It's a really tall one. A lot of people will tell you that they black out when they do it. Whatever, I didn't black out.
Didn't black out.
She asks, you think you're better than me, Murph? Did you black out? Thank you for your question. Zemek 2007 asks, when are the new building videos in Minecraft? If they didn't take like 3 months to make, you'd see them a lot more frequently, I promise. JMB Games asks, can you make the shard in Minecraft? That's definitely on the list. Please just keep your eyes peeled on the channel. It could happen in any of the coming months.
You must be scared of fucking heights.
We've got a question on the subreddit from Weasel Goes the Pop. The real question is if Murphy eats beans on toast. Buddy, I'll eat beans on damn near anything. Everybody makes fun of the British for, you know, eating beans on white, uncooked toast. And I'm just like, you know what? It's just a carby spoon for your beans. All right, moving on to the Discord questions. Ziggy asks, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Some. X78P asks, would you rather live in this building or this building? I think that I would like to live right up here. Lennon asks, if you could have any car, road or track, what would it be? There are a bunch of really cool hypercars and supercars, S-Class cars, whatever the hell you want to say. The only thing I'd like right now is something like a Toyota Camry. I'm not even kidding. Now, if money was no object, which I guess is the crux of your question here, I can't tell you how much I love the Porsche Spyder 918. Pretty great looking car. And you could also take it on the track. Lactose Intolerant Child asks, have you told your friends or family members about your YouTube channel? And if so, are they proud of you? One does not beget the other. Yes, I've told a fair amount of people that I have a YouTube channel. The majority of people that I am close with watch regularly and they support my endeavors. We should all be so lucky to have people like that. Are they proud of me? Let's say that they are cautiously optimistic. And I think I'm in the same boat. Not Jesus asks, not Jesus.
I see you, Satan.
Have you said the two words white and beanie in the same sentence? Well, I have now. Slushy asks, which is more important, toilet paper or fridge? The refrigerator is definitely more important. You can wash your hands in the sink or you can wash your butt in the shower. You can't keep your food from spoiling. Dafty asks, what's your secret to be that sexy? Existential dread and moisturizer. X78P asks, if you had to choose to live in a house with 1,000 bees or a house with 100 spiders, what would you choose? 100 spiders, because spiders tend to keep away from you. Most of the time they're like in the vents or underneath things or just out of sight. Trust me, I've studied this. Ballistic asks, Mandalorian or the new Marvel show? I've been done with Marvel since Endgame, man. I haven't seen a single thing since then, and I haven't missed it. Oddly enough. However, I have missed Star Wars, so Mandalorian all the way. But there was a whole new trilogy, you may ask. But I didn't like it. I'll respond. Lieutenant Lettuce asks, how big is your place really? It is an apartment in a city that's not huge. Roni Chihuahua asks, how soft are the clouds? I'd like to think that they're soft, like a plush blanket right out of the dryer. Ziggy asks, what is your favorite type of pizza? My go-to nowadays has been a thin crust style pizza with some kind of garlicky Parmesan sauce with a little bit of the mozzarella on there, a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of feta cheese, and chicken and spinach. And if you don't think that sounds good, I dare you to fight me. And after I beat you up, I will give you some of the pizza and you'll realize you were wrong. Roni asks, have you ever or nearly had an in real life encounter with a Karen? Boy, have I. Most of the jobs that I've had have been service industry, specifically restaurants and a college bookstore. And I gotta tell you, when a Karen brings their child into a college bookstore and finds out for the first time how much a chemistry book costs that's 3-hole punched and wrapped in saran wrap so you can't return it and has a little Uconnect code for the online crap on the back, and they find out that that book is like $350, almost $400. Oh my god. And like I said, I worked in restaurants, so you can ask anyone that you know who's worked on a Sunday if they've ever seen red hat ladies, because they're everywhere. There was also someone that we referred to as Soup Lady who would come in, order a large soup, which was about $5. She would always just leave the cash on the table that was the even dollar amount above whatever it cost plus tax. So if it wound up costing like $6.25, she'd leave $7 on the table. So that was always terrible. Ballistic asks, were you a straight A student? No, I wasn't. Ziggy asks, if it isn't hard for you and you feel comfortable with it, will you share your 9/11 experience? The morning of September 11, 2001, I was in my music class in elementary school. So suddenly, all the teachers start acting kind of like, ooh. My mom came and picked me up from school, and I hadn't eaten my lunch yet because I still had my lunchbox with me. And I remember not really understanding what was going on. My mom was kind of like frantically trying to get us up north to meet my father, who worked in DC at the time. The traffic was bad, as you can imagine. We eventually made our way up to the Reston Town Center. The atmosphere was so utterly surreal. Every TV, everywhere you went, had images of the towers burning and then collapsing, and everyone was just completely quiet. Like I have never experienced so much collective silence everywhere you went. In the gas station on the way up there, when we actually got into the restaurant, all the people out there, both of my parents, but it was so silent that even as a kid, I knew that to talk would be bad. You know, every kid knew about the Twin Towers, and to see them be destroyed like that was very strange. Even if you couldn't grasp the gravity of the situation, you knew it was big. And growing up in the aftermath, watching the US kind of develop the role that it inhabits now, understanding things to be a certain way, even young, and then to just kind of have everything be different after that was very strange. People started talking about politics at the dinner table again. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I didn't have a particularly harrowing 9/11 experience. It was just, it will be something that you never forget. Like, for as long as I live, I will vividly remember the images of that day. Ziggy also asks, if you were to go back in time, both in time and space, once, just for 10 minutes, what year or event and where would you go? Mid-January, I can't remember the exact day, 2013, on the small side porch just outside the kitchen of my best friend's house at about 1 in the morning. If I could only spend 10 more minutes there, I think I would. Not Jesus asks, Elmo or Kermit? Kermit. Roni asks, do you like Subway sandwiches? If so, what's your favorite? My favorite Subway sandwich is a foot-long flatbread oven-roasted chicken with spinach, lettuce, and a crap ton of peppers. Lactose intolerant child asks, did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? You mean the Dark Lord of the Sith? So powerful and wise he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life? And finally, Roni asks, what is Chef Ramsay's last name? What about Obama's last name? What about Biden? I'm pretty sure none of them have last names. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by today. I do appreciate you checking out the video. If you'd like to ask me a question, and please ask me any type of question you want. It doesn't even have to pertain to me or the channel. You can do so by reaching out on Twitter or on Instagram, through the subreddit, or through the Discord if you're over 13 years old, or in the comments of this very video down below. And again, if you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a YouTube member or a patron. Again, links in the description below. I'll see you next time, guys.